Picture a universe where every creature stars in a saga that's part soap opera, part blockbuster, and entirely shrouded in mystery. Well, they could give Hollywood stars a run for their money. Welcome back to Mythic Lounge, your go-to spot for diving deep into the wildest tales from mythology. Today we're exploring the quirkiest creatures of Greek mythology. Trust me, their origin stories are stranger than fiction, and their personalities. Sounds intriguing? You bet it is. And I promise, everything I'm about to tell you is the real mythological deal. But before we unleash these legendary beings, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Join us to make sure you don't miss out on any of our mythical journeys. All right, let's dive into the tales of these mythical marvels. Cue the dramatic music. In the enchanting yet eerie world of Greek mythology, the chimera is a headline act. Imagine a lion whose midsection screams "goat" and whose tail ends not with a tuft of fur, but with a hissing snake's head. And yes, it breathes fire. Because why not? This creature wasn't just a nightmare come to life. It was the ancient world's version of a blockbuster monster, terrifying both the locals and any tourists brave enough to venture into its territory. So, where did this fantastical beast come from? Cue the ultimate power couple of mythology, Typhon and Echidna. Typhon was part dragon and a figure so fearsome that even the gods had a flight plan ready. Echidna, known as the mother of monsters, was half woman, half serpent, and all kinds of terrifying. Together they were like the mythological Mr. and Mrs. Smith of monster making, and the chimera was one of their wildest creations. Roaming the lands of ancient Lycia, modern-day Turkey, the chimera was chaos incarnate. Imagine this: a lion that roars, a goat that bleats out warnings, and a snake that's ready to strike, all while setting everything ablaze with fiery breath. It was a triple threat in the most literal sense, turning whole towns into infernos and making life quite hot for the inhabitants. But every monster has its match, and for the chimera, that was Bellerophon, a mere mortal who dared to face this beast. His secret weapon? Not just bravery, Bellerophon executed a plan as clever as it was daring. As he swooped down on Pegasus, he thrust the spear into the chimera's fiery mouth. The beast's own breath melted the lead, which trickled down its throat, sealing its fiery fate from the inside out. Bellerophon's victory turned him from zero to hero, etching his name in the annals of mythic legends. But the tale of the chimera isn't just about the thrill of the fight. It's a testament to the ancient Greeks' flair for fusing creativity with carnage. To this day, the term chimera symbolizes something wildly imaginative or implausibly fictitious, a nod to a creature that was literally too hot to handle. Meet Cerberus, not your average guard dog. This monstrous mutt sported 3 heads, a snake for a tail, and a mane made up of writhing serpents, pretty much the ultimate beware of dog sign. His job? To guard the gates of the underworld and ensure only the deceased could enter. Good luck sneaking past those triple sets of razor-sharp teeth and vigilant eyes. Cerberus was another terrifying yet terrific creation of the monster-making dream team, Typhon and Echidna. Devoted to Hades, the god of the underworld, Cerberus was the living embodiment of the line no one should cross between life and death. But don't let his fearsome appearance fool you. Cerberus had his softer moments, especially when dealing with the odd hero or two. Take Hercules, for instance, who tackled dog-sitting Cerberus as one of his infamous 12 labors. With brute strength alone, Hercules wrestled the giant beast into submission, proving you don't always need to harm to conquer. And true to his hero creds, he returned Cerberus unharmed to his underworld post after ticking the task off his to-do list. Then there was Orpheus, the rock star of ancient Greece, whose lyre playing was so enchanting that it even put Cerberus to sleep, allowing him to slip by. And let's not forget the clever Psyche, who distracted Cerberus with a tasty treat, because who can say no to a good snack? Despite his terrifying job description, Cerberus shows us that even underworld monsters can have a heart. Loyal, dutiful, and sometimes a sucker for music and treats, Cerberus wasn't just a bad guy. He was a complex character doing his job, guarding the gates and keeping the afterlife orderly. Just another day at the office for mythology's most legendary guard dog. Medusa, often seen as a monstrous figure, is actually one of Greek mythology's most poignant characters. Originally, she wasn't a monster at all, but a strikingly beautiful woman. So beautiful, in fact, that Poseidon, the god of the sea, couldn't help but fall for her. Here's where her fate takes a dark turn. The details vary depending on which version of the story you read, but all agree that the pivotal events unfolded in none other than Athena's temple. Athena, the goddess of war and wisdom, was outraged, not at Poseidon but at Medusa. In a fit of divine anger, Athena transformed Medusa into a gorgon as punishment, a truly harsh twist. From then on, Medusa's gaze turned anyone who looked directly at her into stone, and her beautiful hair was replaced with venomous snakes. She fled to a distant island, a place of solitude and sorrow, where she became a terror to any who ventured near, albeit unwillingly. The tragic arc of Medusa's life culminates with the hero Perseus, who was tasked with claiming her head. Armed with a mirrored shield, Perseus approached Medusa, using the reflection to avoid her deadly gaze. He succeeded in his mission, but Medusa's story didn't end there. Among the many tragic figures in Greek mythology, the Minotaur stands out as perhaps the most poignant. But to truly understand this half-man, half-bull creature, we must delve into the story of his origins, starting with his so-called parents. King Minos of Crete, eager to prove his divine favor, implored Poseidon to send him a magnificent bull as a sign. Poseidon obliged, delivering a bull so stunning that Minos couldn't bear to sacrifice it as he had vowed. Bad move. Infuriated by the betrayal, Poseidon cursed Minos' wife, Pasiphae, to fall madly in love with the bull. Driven by enchantment, Pasiphae enlisted the clever craftsman Daedalus to construct a hollow wooden cow so she could be near the bull. The result of this bizarre union was the Minotaur, a fearsome being with the body of a man and the head of a bull, whose strength was unmatched and uncontrollable. Ashamed and terrified, Minos commissioned Daedalus once again, this time to design the labyrinth, a vast and intricate maze meant to imprison the Minotaur. Trapped within this maze, the Minotaur was fed a grim diet of human sacrifices, primarily young Athenians doomed by diplomacy. The saga of the Minotaur ended with the arrival of the hero Theseus, who ventured into the labyrinth with the help of Ariadne, Minos' own daughter. She gave him a thread to trace his path back after he confronted and slew the beast. This tragic creature had spent years instilling fear and meeting its gruesome needs, until Theseus brought its sad existence to a heroic end. Pegasus, the winged horse, symbolizes more than just freedom and inspiration. He represents the possibility of beauty arising from the darkest circumstances. Unlike many mythical creatures who often played the antagonist, Pegasus was celebrated for his grace, kindness, and somewhat celebrity status among the gods and mortals alike. Unique among mythical beings, Pegasus is often considered one of a kind in Greek mythology, particularly noted as the only winged horse. But the story of Pegasus's birth is as unusual as it is dramatic. He sprang from the blood of Medusa at the moment of her death, a tragic figure who, despite being cursed by Athena and pursued by Poseidon, carried within her the seed of something extraordinary. When Perseus delivered the fatal blow to Medusa, not only did Pegasus emerge, but so did his brother Chrysaor, marking a moment of awe-inspiring transformation from sorrow to wonder. Pegasus quickly ascended to an iconic status in Greek myths. He was instrumental in Bellerophon's victory over the Chimera, showcasing his might and bravery. Later, he served the gods directly, his deeds becoming the stuff of legend. In a fitting tribute to his noble spirit and the inspiration he provided, Zeus transformed Pegasus into a constellation, ensuring that his legacy would light up the night sky for eternity. Though born from a tale of woe, Pegasus remains a beacon of hope and a singular figure in the vast tapestry of mythology, a reminder that even from the depths of tragedy, great beauty and nobility can emerge. As we round off our mythological tour, we encounter the Hydra, a serpentine water monster famed for its lethal prowess and terrifying resilience. The Hydra's number of heads has been a topic of much debate. Some tales tell of 9, others more. But its most chilling feature? When one head was severed, 2 more would sprout in its place, doubling the terror. Birthed by the prolific monster makers Typhon and Echidna, the Hydra lurked in the swamps of Lerna, its very breath and blood deadly poisons that spelled doom for any who dared approach. This beast was not just another monster, it was one of Hercules' infamous 12 labors. Hercules, armed with nothing but a sword and sheer will, tackled the Hydra with the help of his faithful companion Iolaus. Ingeniously, Iolaus used a torch to cauterize the necks as Hercules sliced off each head, preventing the growth of new ones. Victorious, Hercules then weaponized the Hydra's toxic blood for his future battles, coating his arrows to ensure his enemies would face a fate as deadly as the Hydra itself. These 6 monsters provide a glimpse into the rich tapestry of Greek mythology, a realm where the ancients explored themes of creativity, fear, and morality through their gods and monsters. Whether born from divine retribution, tragic curses, or chaotic unions, these creatures have captivated storytellers and audiences alike for millennia. But the allure of these myths lies not just in their thrill or terror. They mirror human struggles, pride, revenge, betrayal, redemption, making them not only entertaining, but profoundly relatable. Whether you find yourself secretly rooting for the villains or cheering for the heroes, these myths ensure no one remains indifferent. Until our next mythic rendezvous, keep your shields up and your curiosity sharper. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more legendary tales. Drop a comment below about which creature left you mythified, and stay tuned for more epic adventures. See you next time, where we'll continue to spin the threads of ancient stories without getting tangled up or bitten.